Oh, look at that. I just yammered and didn't do anything. So we're going to take off the AC, but there's a bunch of stuff in the way, and I think a whole bunch of this needs to be removed. I was thinking about removing the fan and may still, but I think the things that I need to remove are that bolt there. That's going to hold it to the engine. And then I think I need to remove the oil filter and maybe even that pre-filter thing. I want to take off this line here. This line, this is a coolant line going to the afterflow coolant pump, which hasn't worked for years. Replace that. Look at that. Replace that. That's the aftercool pure Marburg or whatever the hell the thing is. Anyway, that's failed long ago and it needs to be replaced. So don't forget to replace that. But if I take this clip here off, push it back, take this nut here off, there's another one here, then pull this all out. This is loose. That would just pull all this stuff out and that'll get another hose out of my way. I'm going to start with that and then move on to that and then try and get this one here off. This is all oil. First job though, definitely drain the oil. Okay, 19mm drain plug right there and oil's dripping. So far so good. We're going to take a look at that oil just to make sure that I don't have any issues. I don't think it's gonna make a difference because I'm gonna rebuild the friggin' thing anyway, but yeah, we'll take a peek at it after it's finished. I don't need to be perfect here, just enough so that when I take that off, the oil filter, it doesn't make a mess, and that this pipe here doesn't make a huge mess. Anyway, wait for it to drain. Okay, in the process of doing this, I'm trying to remove this. I've got the clip, this is a coolant pipe. I've got the screw out here, which is there. I'm gonna put this all together. Clip is there. I've taken this one off, which goes to the oil filler thingy. That clip is there. The rest of this should all come out by itself, but I can't move the coolant line because of this. So I undid this bolt, which goes to that coolant line. Now this hopefully should move, or not. Or not, I guess it doesn't move. So anyway, let's put that one here with that, because that goes right there. There's a lot of oil on this. Anyway, got to move that enough to get the bolt out from behind there. Okay, got the pipe out. There it is. It wheedled all the way up there. Now to get this one here out. Get this one here. Geez, no end of shit coming out of this thing. So, yeah. Got this one off. The clip is there. Look at that. What the heck does that mean? That got burnt somehow. And then it goes there. So, don't know exactly how that goes. I think there's another clip there. I don't know how that one's gonna get. I want to get that one. Let me give it a shot with a, I don't know. We'll take a look. Okay, got that one off too. Got some oil goopy there. And it's right there. So we clean all this stuff up before we put it back, of course. And now we can get up the air compressor a hell of a lot easier. Don't know how we're going to take it out. This line here is stuck hard to that. I'm going to put that bolt back because it didn't seem to have done anything. All right, I think this needs to come off in this case. it should be all of the antifreeze dripping out. Okay, oil filter off. There it is. This hose is still connected here. I can't imagine how that's going to help me. So I'm going to, while that's just dripping, I'm going to remove that hose and I'll put it over there. Look at how it goes from over there to over there. Okay, loose. It starts tightening up here. Now I have a bolt in here. And this is for the compressor. And it goes all the way from the bottom all the way up into this bracket right there. So it goes there, and then there's another one down here that does the same thing. I should probably spray those with some stuff. This one you can't get out with a ratchet because the ratchet won't fit because there's nothing here. So I have a wrench for that, and I believe there's one in the back as well. So when those three things come loose, this whole thing should start jiggling and drop. Now, what's it going to do when it hits this thing? It's going to get in the way, unless it can pull forward a little bit. It probably does, huh? But I'm thinking this thing is, I mean, I probably always wanted to take that thing off. I don't know how to do it. There's a wrench, there's a bolt right there. Probably the whole thing comes off. Okay, all three of the AC bolts are out. 1, 2, and then the third one in the back, which you can't really see. And this thing drops, but it just drops and hits this thing, which is what I was worried it was going to do, because I think the idea is it's supposed to go all the way down, and it's supposed to drop on the ground. Wow, can't see that very well. So, like I said, all three bolts, 1, 2, and then there's one in the back that's behind that oil coolie thing. They're all out, and there's 2 of them here. There's one still in there. This is dropped, and it's wiggly, but it's now hitting this oil thing and the fan, which I was worried about, interestingly enough. So I don't know whether this thing's got enough play for me to pull it out the front and drop it down if the fan wasn't in the way. It might. If the oil coolie thing wasn't there, it could drop down straight over it. Let's take a look at the manual and see what it says, how to take this thing off. Okay, so I found it. This thing is held on just by that one bolt. So I should be able to unbolt that, and this whole thing should come off. So look at the orientation, and that would allow this thing to drop down. Okay, 27mm socket took this off. That came out. There's 2 sides to that. One has little bevels, and they both do. All right, so this thing's supposed to come right off. Lolcats. Look at what that is. So this thing came off, no problemo. And it left that big long thing, which the thing still can't get by. Now, what am I connected to here? This thing is still hitting the fan. The fan needs to come off. All right, good deal. We made it. I didn't get the fan loose. I was trying to cut that to twist it off, but there's no way I can figure out how to do that. I need to figure out how to do that under some other circumstance, because I can't get anything behind it, and I don't even know what direction to turn the thing. So, different day, we'll take care of that. I've had that off before, I just don't remember how to do it. I managed to pull it out, so by pulling it forward and kind of getting it around, I could get it around that thing that's sticking out. So now I just got to put everything away so that I don't lose the parts, and figure out where everything goes. And then I'm going to put that back in front, tidy up for the day, and I'm done. Or done for this episode. So the air conditioning is now loose. There is a wire that goes to it that goes back up to that junction over there, and it went through a little zip tie thing there on the firewall, but it came through without having to undo it because the hoses are loose. So that's all done. The hoses are out from all that coolant stuff here, so that's all good, and I just need a box to put it all in. And some bags to label it all. Addendum, I didn't take that auxiliary fan control module off, which is that right there. That right there underneath. I don't think I need to. It's not in the way of anything. And I think that other video, the video where I'm getting the idea to take it off from, the guy had intercoolers and stuff that were there. I don't know how this has affected that, but I don't think it has anything to do with this. I can't see how lifting that engine is going to get in the way of that.